Hey guys, welcome back. This is me again. Today, I want to talk about my English skill. I don't know really, man. I'm not really good at English, but I just want to talk about my English skill. Today, I just wanted to talk about it. I have to say this right now. It's one of the hardest challenge I've got to do in my life to speak in English properly. If you guys don't know, I've learned English for 6 years in my life. I no 11 years. 11 years. So 11 years of learning, and I got nothing. I mean, let's say 6 years is the most serious one, and 10 in 11 years it's just kind of a little bit really bad for me, to be honest. I can't speak normal. If I speak a lot, my accent will self really disprove everything when I talk to things like an hour or so. My English is not great. If you guys don't know, I'm trying to speak. I'm trying to focus on my topic only, just in case you guys still stuck around with me. So I wanted to have another ability to talk and then other language, which is one of the hardest challenge I've faced in my life. You know, I learned English for 11 years. I'm gonna learn another language, which is one of the language I don't think it was necessary for something, but I want to learn another language, which is one of the hardest language to master. One of the hardest language to master in the world. It is Japanese. I don't really know why I choose to learn Japanese, but I obsessed with Japanese language since I was 16 or maybe 15 in my age, because I don't know how to speak English properly. So I actually just trying to improve my English to be really good. But it didn't do much. It did do much. I mean, it did do a lot, but like it's been over years since I've improved my English. 5 years, 6 years ago. 6 years ago seems a long time ago. Yeah, for me it doesn't feel like that, but it's kind of not really. Learning Japanese is another level of hardest, because if I really wanted to learn languages, I need to be patient about learning language. I don't do grammar properly. I don't do words properly. I'm stuck at remembering grammar, which is one of the hardest challenge of all time. Because of that, I do have to say that this right now, it is not funny. It is not a joke. I don't find really fun with learning Japanese in the first place, but I'll do it no matter what, because I obsessed with this language really much, and I don't want to stop doing it. And learning Japanese is not easy. I do think that a lot of people will get trouble within learning the language itself, and not a lot of people do agree of learning it, mostly because that I don't know really what to do when you learn Japanese, right? And my purpose of learning Japanese is kind of really weird way. You know, I think people love to learn Japanese because they love the culture. I learn Japanese because I love not only the culture but anime and no, and something. You know, I love Japanese culture. I love anime. I love a lot of things about anime, and because of that, I just want to learn Japanese a lot, and because I love anime. I mean Japanese culture as a whole. So yeah, but I want to learn Japanese. I cannot do it now. Not like I cannot do it. I still practicing it, but like it is hard to even adjust myself to learning it properly. People will learn English in a matter of let's say 2 years and they are fluent with it. I can't. I fucking can. I do it like fucking years and I still have trouble to learning it. So I would choose to learn Japanese not because I hate English or anything. No, I love English so much in my life. I adore language like English. But not only that, I want to learn another language, which is Japanese. And Japanese is hard. I've been practicing it over 3 weeks, and I still have to say it was really hard. And I cannot believe how much challenges we're gonna face within months, right? And I think because a lot of people do had a lot of time to learn, I don't know any languages, but like we know that language like Japanese is hard, right? And one of the hardest language in the world, number two, after like under the Chinese language, which is number one of the hardest language of all language in the world. But like it's really not an easy thing to learn Japanese in this phase, because I still had to say this. I'm still learning English while I'm learning Japanese, and I cannot focus which one is which for me. I have that problem, but I still had to agree that my English is actually better enough for me to do it for another language. Maybe like to kind of like trying to keep it away a little bit and focus on another language, but not like I'm forgetting my English practicing or anything like that. But I just wanted to keep in mind that I still need to learn Japanese and English at any moment. I wanted spending time learning both two languages at the same time and improving my language even more fun. I do have to disagree of overdoing things like learning two languages at the same time, because you cannot focus on two languages at the same time when you have trouble even learning English alone or one language alone. So recommend to learn one language and you do it and well doing it and improve it well until you reach the point that you can move on to another one, right? I don't want to focus two at the same time. Do not do that if you learn languages. My opinion of learning languages is to go and learn one each. If you that one is better, is good, just go to another one, which is the one that you wanted more, and to learn another one and another one. Not like to learn multiple languages to just randomly put your mind set of, I don't know, explosion, like, really complicated your mind even more. Just if you don't really know. I mean, I do disagree of learning Japanese, like to watching anime and something like that. I think I've recommended you guys to watching not only anime but to watch Japanese people learning Japanese with those people who learn Japanese, and recommended to listen to people learning it, like listen to conversation, listen or practicing speaking with them if you can, because I cannot do it yet. I still practicing how to read, which is one of the hardest thing. You should not try learning Japanese in the first place. I mean, like, it's not like bad. Like, you should learn how to read first, and you should learn how to listen. So read and listen is important. Listen is the first component, and listen, read, and speak. But at the same time, do not forget a component like writing, because you should learn how to write to remember how to read, and to listen a lot to remember how to speak. So if you speaking a lot, you might having a really great time with conversation or having some conversation with people normally, right? So not a lot of people do agree of learning how to let's say learn from anime as always, but like you need to learn anything like Japanese, like anything that came from real life situation, because because language is resemble as the thing that happening in real life. So if you don't learn from the real life situation, you may have a hard time to even understand what is actually happening in real life and talking like people if you learn Japanese. That's the thing. My opinions of learning Japanese is that it was one of the hardest fucking language I've ever encountered, and I don't really know how to be even doing it right. Okay, I don't hate it, which is a good thing. The bad thing was that you need to be patient, and I don't like to be too patient. I mean, I'm patient, but I'm not like a person that had so much patience that I'll do it right or something, like focus on doing things right as always. So that's my thing of learning Japanese. So I think I recommend you guys to listen, read, and speak. But I don't want to forget any out of those components, especially writing too. Writing is important. If you want to learn any languages, just to focus on these 4 components, you might have improving your language ability more, better, and greater. Grammar is another example, and when people are talking about grammar, I just like, you know what? I don't like that at all. I don't like to think about it, but it was amazing to knowing that grammar is this like a baseline in every languages around the world. Without grammar, you will not understand anyone saying, and if you want to talk with them without knowing grammar, you might make mistakes. What are we gonna do learning Japanese? Is it hard to learn Japanese? Absolutely yes. If you actually want to do it right, go and find your own way to do it. I recommend people to do and listen, speak, and read. 3 components that I love people to do, especially listen and speak. If you can do 2 of these, you might have a great time of reading. So reading is important too, and writing is the less important, but still is practical and important stuff that you should learn from any languages in the world. Okay? From any language around the world. That's the thing. My opinions of learning languages is to go find your own way of learning and don't fuck around learning random bullshit that it does not mean anything. Okay? I've learned a lot of English, and I know everything. I know the N-word. If you don't know anything about English, I don't know why I'm making this video for if you don't even speak English. So yeah, that is hard. God damn, man, it's hard. Even English is a really hard one. I still cannot pull off properly, and just catching another language that it didn't even make sense for me at all. So I'm not a fucking polyglot. I'm not a polyglot. I'm not a person who can learn more than 5 languages or something like that. But I really want to do like the getting, like to know more languages, like Spanish, Russian, Ukrainian. I don't know really.